For the gyro.
I like the juice. Juice is good.
What is going on, guys? Welcome back to another Decision Point live stream with yours truly, Andy Kaysen. With me, as always, is Steve, the Hitman Scaladesi.
What is up, brother? Happy rare weeknight to you.
Yeah, rare weeknight, Monday night. I see I could caught you just having gone to the gym or something, got the guns out.
That's right. Doing a little post-workout recovery here.
Post-workout recovery. Man, I'm excited tonight because what I want to do in tonight's live stream, guys, I want to do a live best ball draft, Superflex 2022, big board, but Superflex. So the emphasis is going to be on the quarterbacks. I want to look at some of the biggest risers and fallers, talk about a new service that I'm using from fantasy football standpoint, but is very applicable to sports cards, investing, and flipping because as we know, Steve, something I want to lead off with, just so everybody out there understands this. When we talk about ADP, we're talking about average draft position. And what that means is that is where these players are being taken in fantasy drafts. So if they're number one overall in typical fantasy draft, like Jonathan Taylor is, then his ADP is going to be one. You know, he's going to be on average taken in the number one spot kind of thing. Whereas you look at guys like Christian McCaffrey or Stephon Diggs, Christian McCaffrey's ADP may be 1.5. I mean, maybe on average taken at number 5 overall, or Stephon Diggs number 10 overall. And we could track that movement up and down draft boards. And that just kind of, from a football and a fantasy football perspective, indicates their hype or the expectations that football enthusiasts have for these players going into this upcoming season. So it is an important metric to track in terms of expectations going into this upcoming season.
Yeah, I know we've talked about it in the past, but there's definitely a correlation between the two things. And, if they're moving up a draft board, they're probably moving up people's list on cards they should be investing in or have hopefully already invested in so they can get ahead. And that's kind of what we do around here. But yeah, I'm excited to see, maybe we can get some guys at a value or draft some dark horses or some sleepers tonight. Guys, we think they're going to have a big year that maybe someone else might not. And that's where you capitalize in both your draft and when you're going to invest in sports cards as well. Yeah,
because as we go through this, like, guys, we're on eBay several hours every day. And so we're constantly comping. So we have a lot of values in the back of our head, and we're going to look at the different tiers of players. We go through the draft, look at their ADPs, and in the back of our head, we'll be commenting and interjecting on their rookie card values and maybe some of their other veteran card values. When some of these guys we talk about that have gone to new teams, some things we're looking at there, and of course, we're going to be drafting on Underdog Fantasy, guys. I love it because right now in March, you can really start to hone in a championship draft strategy doing these drafts because it's going to include the 2022 rookies. They may not have teams that they're landing on yet, but we're really just like concerned about their athletic profile, the college resume. I mean, you could predict a lot of future NFL breakout success studying that kind of stuff. So we really are focused on that. I've been doing some advanced analysis around quarterbacks, so that's why we're doing Superflex. It also puts an emphasis on quarterbacks, and that's really important when you're talking about the card hobby, quarterbacks driving the hobby. So if you guys are just joining us, of course, if you're new to Underdog, you can get 100% instant deposit bonus signing up with promo code QUEST. Promo code QUEST gets you 100% instant deposit bonus up to $100. This tournament I'm getting ready to enter fills on April 28th. So in just 24 days, you can see it's 73% filled. And it's $300,000 in prizes. The first place prize is $50,000, guys. And it's only $10. So if you're new, You sign up with 10, you get a free 10. You get a free entry into this tournament. Let me make sure I didn't click. They also have a slow. So if you're busy, you don't have time to sit and do an hour draft like we're going to do right now. You can do an 8 hours per pick. I like this as well. So you can start drafting, get an idea of where players are being ranked by consensus. And, you also have that potential to make money at the end of the season, which is always fun. Who doesn't want to potentially make an extra 50 grand from the work we're putting in tonight? So let's do it.
Let us go.
What's up, Justin? Can't sleep. Early crew in the house. Shout out to Justin. Derek Richard. What up, dog? Let's do it. Let's do it, Derek. What's going on, Brian? What's up, brother?
Now, does this one have rookies in it as well?
Yeah, this one's got 2022 rookies in it. So you'll see, you'll see them as you go down. Like, for example, if we were to go over to wide receiver, let's find a Garrett Wilson or a Treylon Burks. There's a Garrett Wilson right here. Current ADP of 113.5. I think the ADP, obviously on a rookie it's going to be hard for that to change. I mean, that's really changing based on their combine performance, right? I mean, some of these rookies came in, had really good combines. What was his name? David Bell. David Bell ran really slow at the combine. I guarantee you that dropped his ADP. Like I haven't even really been hearing a whole lot of. Yeah, I mean, his ADP is down to 217.9.
Yeah, that's a pretty big drop from the projection there.
So this is fantasymojo.com. Fantasymojo.com is cool because it is a paid service. I just signed up for it, but I'm going to be using some of their information because they track ADPs from FFPC. FFPC is the Fantasy Football Players Championship. These are $1,000, $2,000, $3,000 leagues, both best ball, seasonal, dynasty. These are big, high stakes leagues, guys. So very knowledgeable football and fantasy football experts playing in these leagues, and they're tracking ADP. So like this chart is from FFPC best ball ADP in the last 7 days. So when I was talking to Steve about this before the show, you can see how this has changed for Christian McCaffrey, for example. His minimum draft position, so the best he's been drafted in the last 7 days was number 1 overall. The lowest was number 5 overall. So on average, he's going number 3. And I think you'll see this kind of fluctuate higher. Like we look at, let's look at DeAndre Swift and Deebo Samuel. I mean, minimum number 13 overall, beginning of the second round. But in some cases, they've gone as low as the end of the second round at 20 and 21 overall.
Now, Andy, is there a PPR aspect to this league?
Yeah, that's a good question. I'm not sure. Not sure. FFS.
I know a lot of standard leagues are, never used to have a PPR aspect, but as it becomes more popular, it seems like even the standard leagues do at least like a half point or something like that. So it is a half point.
Half point PPR. That makes sense. Look at the fluctuation on Antonio Gibson. The lowest he's gone in the last 7 days is 18 overall. The highest though is 34. That's a pretty big swing right there, man. That's a round and a half swing between in his ADP. And I mean, I think there's a lot of question marks there for the Commanders. Excuse me.
Yeah, I think that, and I don't know if you saw this, but there was light rumors around them trading away some of their talent there, namely some receivers. So, now the one of the team owners is in trouble for embezzling profit sharing.
Oh,
stuff
yeah,
like
man, I heard that, dude. That doesn't look good for him either. It looks like Snyder's going down, huh?
It's just bad. I mean, like just when you thought that an organization couldn't look worse than the Browns, here come the team with the third name change in 3 years, and now they have other problems. So Not good. But hey,
wasn't Snyder also involved in some type of sexual assault scandal? Like, wasn't he involved in some type of sexual assault or harassment allegations as well?
That I don't know, but I know that there was quite a bit of controversy with the team recently, even before this came out. So I'm not sure, what that was, but yikes. That's all I got to say.
Yeah, let me go back home and look at, because I'm going to see what I actually clicked on. So I just clicked on okay, yeah, I clicked on standard best ball, guys. So I did click on the first one. I was on ADP. You can see we could just go like standard January through April drafts, $5 drafts from, and look at the draft boards. Then the actual ADP charts, best ball 28 round, last 7 days. This is actually what I wanted to go to, January through March. And so this will really show you the fluctuation. Let's see. So this draft board format, last 7 days. I think if we click here, this is going to take us. Yeah, this is going to take us to the chart. You can see Josh Allen has not fluctuated much at all. We're still waiting on 8 people for that.
One thing I noticed when you opened that web browser up is that their update was as recent as yesterday. And, a lot of these sites that do their rankings are done, a month prior or weeks prior. And that just shows me that they're doing a pretty good job of keeping it up to date.
Yeah, very true. I think that's what I think these guys at Fantasy Mojo, I think that's what they're focused on, is just tracking ADP, tracking draft boards, and offering that as a service to their subscribers. So it's pretty cool. Shout out to them. I'm not affiliated with them in any way. I heard them mentioned in a podcast I was listening to recently, and I'm like, I got to check that out because Underdog does a great job, but their ADPs are a little delayed on here. They're a website that is hosting NBA, NHL, MLB, and NFL, and right now with so much activity going on in those other leagues, it's in NFL. I'm sure is not like the ADPs are not getting updated as quickly as of April 3rd. So. And this was generated April 4th. So I'm excited to see the fluctuations. I want to look at like one of the guys. Let's look at Russell Wilson. So, man, he's actually gone as high as number 8 overall and as low as, and I'm sure this was back before he got traded, number 18.
Is that number 18 overall in the draft or number 18? Yeah. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, number 18 overall.
Interesting. Well, I definitely think that that's a much better spot, than the latter.
Yeah, it'd be tough for me to take Russell Wilson over some of these guys at number 8, because I just imagine that in the first round. I think, is our draft getting ready to start? Sorry, I'm popping back over to this. I better go back into the draft. It's filling up. Yeah, you can get into this, Steeler. Brian, shout out to Brian, Steeler96. If you go to fantasy underdogfantasy.com, I know you're already signed up. Just go to the Superflex Big Board draft and enter the 32nd one. You'll get into this one because you can see, here, April 4th, only real fantasy football and football card champions are doing these drafts tonight. So there's slots open. There's 6 slots open. And normally when you get closer to the season, these fill within 2 minutes, right, Steve? Probably less, like 30 seconds you're in it. It's like started.
Yeah. No, I towards the end of last year, I watched quite a few of these, and they do fill pretty quickly. When you enter a room, you give it about 30 seconds and it's already full.
So is Josh Allen our clear consensus number 1?
Yeah, probably. Yeah, I don't see why he wouldn't be. I'm definitely not high on Mahomes at 2. But I think that if we miss out on, maybe the top 2, top 3 guys, I think it's worth waiting around for like a Stafford or Rodgers.
Did you know that I heard this interesting statistic earlier about Josh Allen and the fact that he's been, number 1 fantasy QB 2 years in a row now, back to back, right? 2020 and 2021. And the last time we had a QB finish fantasy number 1 overall was Dante Culpepper back in the early 2000s.
Didn't he have like something prolific, like 40, 50 something touchdowns or something like that?
Something like that, man. It was prolific, and it's the rushing upside, the red zone rushing upside, combined with the cannon of an arm that Josh Allen has. And ever since they got Stephon Diggs, I mean, it's been on like Donkey Kong. And now you got Gabe Davis, who's clearly can handle, a 4 touchdown game from Josh Allen. I'm excited. Didn't they? They also picked up. They released Cole Beasley, and they picked up Jamison Crowder, right?
I didn't see that, but I think that's that's like tit for tat. That's not like a game breaking a move for them. They didn't like Beasley was not even really utilized last year like he was in previous seasons. Like Beasley actually had his best seasons when Allen was still like a developmental quarterback.
Very true. Very true. Let me look at their roster.
While you're looking that up, I think it's important to mention, because I know we get into this topic like all too often regarding certain quarterbacks. We had some discussions on Tua and Jalen Hurts a couple months ago, and I know there's a lot of people that are low on them. Well, I'd like to say that not a lot of people are low on Tua right now, are they? And as far as Jalen Hurts goes, it's important to note that he's a young player. And if you look at someone comparable in skill set, you have a quarterback that we're looking at right here in Josh Allen. And you look at his first 2 seasons, and they weren't anything special, right? The numbers are actually very similar. Not to say that he can necessarily become that in his year 3, but that doesn't mean that he can't either,
Yeah, I think the biggest question mark around him is his throwing ability. I think he could. There was some plays that he left out on the table last year that he flat out missed, like some deep balls. But you can't write him off yet. You can't write him off yet because this is only his 3rd season. He didn't play a full season his rookie year. And I would like, to see them show a little bit more confidence in him. There's constantly this talk in Philly about you're not our quarterback. You're not our quarterback. You're just kind of a placeholder. I don't know, man. I know that may puts a chip on his shoulder, but I'd like to see them put a little bit more confidence in him.
Yeah, definitely. And again, you could say the same thing about Josh Allen his first 2 years. If you look at the numbers, they're basically identical. So that there was some throws that, didn't quite hit their mark, and and there was a lot left to be desired in his game. Whether he takes that 3rd-year leap or not, obviously it's going to be a lot of it's going to hinge on the coaching and the kind of players they put around him.
I want to see what the Josh Allen rookie ticket autos are going for. Oh wow, what is that? An old? What kind of slab is that? No feet ISA. What the hell is that?
I don't know.
International Sports Authentication. Have you guys out there ever heard of ISA grading?
I got to look this up now.
Established 2019, it looks like. They've got the little QR code. It's got the authentication thing. I mean, it looks as legit as like your startup grading company. They've got like it looks like the interior of an SGC slab with some kind of slimline plastic that around it. I mean, it's like,
you know what? I actually think that, and I'm not plugging this guy because I I won't buy from him anymore. But Probstein on eBay, when you get a mailer or a package from him, they actually send you a leaflet with this company on it. And I only know that because I recognize the logo, which is interesting. But yeah, I don't really know the company. That's actually the first time I've seen a slab with that company name on it, outside of just the promotional flyers that go out.
Well, people are pretty convinced that they're legit because I mean it's not going too much lower than what I'm seeing the PSA 9s go for. Best accepted offer of $4,000. Here's I'll do the 130 point scan real quick because this card also came from South Korea. I mean, I don't know, man. Would you be more nervous about your card coming from South Korea but in a PSA slab, or getting it in an ISA slab and coming from the States?
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's a interesting choice. I mean, maybe they had that card slab, back in 2019. I think because anyone that had a Josh Allen rookie ticket auto right now would be putting it in a PSA slab.
What's going on, Matt? We got Jets Crazy in the house. The champ is here. We got Late Stick, man. What's good, Corey? Oh man, yeah, I know Corey's a big Washington Commanders fan. Tom, what's up, man? Got Tom in the house.
Perry, go check out Green Bench. It's a good brewery.
Oh, hitting up St. Pete's this week for a few days. AC, any good? What'd you say? Green Bench?
Yeah.
Nice, man. Yeah, Green Bench. I know you got to get a Cuban from Bodega. Go check out Bodega. It's the best Cuban sandwich you can find.
It's actually right across from Green Bench, too.
Boom. Yeah, there's like a little strip by downtown St. Pete that's got all these little bars, little breweries, little Cuban sandwich shop. That is Bodega. It's phenomenal, man. You'll have a blast, dude. You'll be right there.
Damn right. How are we looking on that draft? Have you got any?
Waiting for one person. Okay. One person. So
I don't want to get caught sleeping, miss our first pick.
Dude, check this out. So these Josh Allens from South Korea were accepted at $2,900, $1,000 off of what the dude had him listed for. Here's the crazy thing, Steve. Do you know what a PSA 9 Patrick Mahomes rookie ticket auto is going for? Same variation, non-serial numbered.
I don't know, but I would say like $5,000 probably.
Up. Go.
More? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. $5,000 to $7,000, maybe somewhere in there.
Keep going.
9 to 10. I don't know. Honestly, I never really got into it because those have always been out of the price range.
Yeah, the problem was so one problem with them is a lot of these are fake. Like I'd have a really hard time buying one that's not graded. You can see the price tag on some of these buy it nows. Believe it or not, in auction, these are still closing like this is fake, reprint, fake. That's why I have such a hard time buying these. Oh, 3 picks away. Our draft is going. But anyways, the last real one I could find was a PSA 9, and it went for $15,000.
Wow. I mean, we kind of talked about something similar in a different episode. And we talked about Burrow in this aspect. And I said, I would rather have like 10 Burrow PSA 10 contender autos versus one Mahomes. And I think that was before they went to the playoffs. And I think that still rings true now, even though the market's kind of the new normal, if you will, has been established for his cards.
Damn, look at this, Steve, dude. Josh Allen, number 1, Mahomes 2, Lamar Jackson 3, Justin Herbert 4. Dear God, I mean, a run on the quarterbacks right out of the gate, bro. Christian McCaffrey. I got to go Jonathan Taylor, or do I get on the quarterback train this early? I mean, it's just super flex. So Kyler Murray's out there.
I like, me, I like my Joey B, but I mean, Cooper Kupp is a good pick there.
Even in this PPR format? Or I guess it's half PPR. Sorry.
We got the Kyler machine.
I looked at Kyler. You know, I didn't star anybody. You know, I'm not out on Kyler. I do think we may have seen his ceiling in a Cliff Kingsbury offense. It's very important to specify Cliff Kingsbury is still their head coach, right? That's my thing. Like he was talking about last year how he was going to throw more, run less, and he did. He did run a little bit less if you look at the metrics. But he has not played a full season yet in his career. He's been injured each season. He's missed a couple games. I think if he does play an entire season, he puts together a really good performance. And maybe we haven't seen his ceiling. If there's one guy that I think has got the passing and the rushing upside, kind of like Lamar Jackson or Josh Allen, it would be Kyler Murray. Like he's in that elite tier of rushing and passing upside, wouldn't you say?
You know, here's the thing about these super flex leagues is I understand that there's a heavier weight on the quarterback, but I'm actually pretty shocked at how heavy it went in the first round.
Yeah.
I mean,
going super heavy.
I know that we didn't intend to do it, but I definitely would have not taken Kyler there. You know,
I know, but I'm glad I did, honestly, because look at the run. I mean, literally, they went through Russ, Joe. You know what's crazy is that you drafted Tom Brady with the very last pick of the very last round before he unretired. The week before, literally days before he unretired.
IQ, that's a 200 IQ play right there.
That's why you're on the show, man. That's why you're on the show. Not gonna lie, guys.
You know what I was thinking though is, you know, if you were able to take Kupp or even Jonathan Taylor there, you know, on the way back, you can get like a Kirk Cousins or Derek Carr combo sandwich, you know, for later. Look at Aaron Rodgers was still available.
Wow. So, I can't believe they took Rodgers that early. I mean, I know he's got the talent and everything, but I mean, they're kind of decimated. All right, I'm back on the clock. Like I'm gonna. Right. So what I do is I exit out of this, Steve, and now you can see all my guys available. If I want to go,
Devontae.
What'd you say?
Devontae.
Javante's out there. I'll go Javante here.
I said Devontae, but if you want.
Oh, you want me to go wide receiver?
Yeah.
Yeah,
we got auto picked, man.
Oh, I did? Oh wow, it's got to be quick, man. 30 seconds. You know, I'm kind of personally, you know, I am kind of hesitant of Devontae. I think this is a decent value, but in overall, like in terms of wide receivers off the board, taking him number 4 off the board is still tough for me. I'm not gonna lie, Steven. I think that you got a little bit of Raiders fandom in you because you were early on Hunter Renfrow. You were early on Derek Carr. You're early on Darren Waller. I've always been a big Darren Waller fan, so I don't know if you were early on him. But I don't know. I just think that Hunter Renfrow is really good. He demanded quite a bit of target share. Darren Waller demanded quite a bit of target share. And it's like, I know Devontae Adams is arguably the best wide receiver in the league, but like, does he just become an immediate 30% target share alpha like he was in Green Bay? I think his target share is going to go down a little bit, in my opinion.
You know, maybe it does go down slightly, but the difference is he has people to take the attention off of him.
Yeah.
Whereas in Green Bay, he was like the only good receiver on that team.
Oh, I think we got to go Javante here, right? Or Joe Mixon.
Mixon's pretty safe, honestly.
Oh, Diggs is out there too, though. Diggs is very safe.
If you're able to get T. Higgins on the way back, I mean, I know that some people would say that that's a reach, but honestly, I think that he's very undervalued still.
I'm going to go Javante because of the age. I really don't think you haven't seen any news on Melvin Gordon, and maybe they're waiting till like August to make sure they put they spend all their money possible, like to fill in all the other holes or any other little pieces that they have left that they can kind of make a move. And maybe then they have some leftover money. They're like, hey, Melvin, you want to come back for this amount? Was all we got left. Otherwise, they let him go. He's gone, right?
As far as I know, they were just letting him test the market. You know, he thought he was going to command a little more money. But if you notice the past couple of years, they're not willing to pay a running back what they used to, which makes sense. So he'll come back with his tail between his legs, and they'll sign him for like not the veteran minimum, but not what he was looking for either.
Yeah, very true. He'll come back with a tail between his legs. I can get on that narrative. That sounds right. I mean, they put together a championship roster. They're in win now mode for sure this year, and you want the veteran skill player on your team.
I mean, I don't get me wrong. I get why everyone's high on Javonte, but the fact of the matter is their production was almost identical last year. If you took the name off the sheet and just put the numbers side by side, you probably wouldn't know which guy was which.
I think you just get more excited about Javonte because he's a rookie, and he's right. Going to be a little bit more explosive. He's got a little bit more juice, Steve. He's got some more juice.
We do like the juice, we like
the juice, man.
The other thing to consider is, if Melvin Gordon doesn't come back, or if he starts showing his age and has to miss some games, that carves out a lot of points that Javonte soaks up. So I think that's the real reason people are high on him.
Oh, we're drafting against Derek in the chat. Derek is DB086 here. Highly experienced.
Oh, I got you. Are we up?
All right. I think we got to go. Oh, we just got sniped by T. Higgins. Got sniped from us, dude. AJ Brown.
DeAndre.
You think DeAndre? Go with the experience.
Yeah, well, we have Kyler Murray too. You got to do it.
Yeah, we do have Kyler Murray. I like that pick from a merit standpoint. I mean, the guy's got extremely sticky hands. You
got to remember they don't have Christian Kirk anymore. They're going to have to maybe lean. They're going to lean on him a little bit more. That's as hard as that is to do. And I think Zach Ertz will be the other benefactor of that absence.
This cat, Bag Buffwell. I don't know if this used to be Bark Charlesley, and I think last time he had a different name. Now he's got Bag Buffwell. This is funny. Names crack me up. I know, man. I was talking to a couple guys earlier this morning on another channel that'll be coming out soon that I'll highlight from nooffseason.com, and we were talking about T. Higgins and just like the price variance disparity between Jamar Chase and T. Higgins. Like, I get it that there's a limited supply and he's a rookie and he had a better productive wise season. He's got all that experience with Joe Burrow from college, but I mean, should his rookie ticket autos be $1,000 and T. Higgins only $40? Like, I think that T. Higgins is going to have some more boom games in 2022, be able to profit from for sure.
I mean, if you asked me my opinion, I don't think there should be even really any price difference between their cards. One just has a little more, what have you done for me lately, in the aspect of he's a rookie, right? So, if they put together similar campaigns this year, with them, neither of them being rookies now, I think that you'll have a bit of like a leveling off or evening of their prices.
Yeah, especially once more that product comes out for Chase, like you start to see there's actually more than just one listing of an autographed card for him. All right, we gotta act quick. We're at 2 QB, 1 running back, 1 wide receiver, 5th round. We could
running back.
Running back, I like it. We got Antonio Gibson out there. We also have the new rookie who I think may get drafted by the Bills. Dobbins is out there. I don't know if we're going to get to him quick enough. We probably should star some people up. We just got auto pick.
Yeah, I would say, what did we end up getting? I would say
Darren Waller.
I would say when we're like 4 picks away to get in on there. Actually, if you go back to the free agent list, it shows you how many picks away you are, so we don't have to watch the board.
Very true. You guys can see the board is up here at the top.
If you look on the top right, it says 11 picks away, so you don't even really have to go back. We can keep an eye on we should be watching who we're getting here.
Yeah, we're actually scrolling across the top. You can see the picks up here. You can see the picks up here, so it'll come back to us and it'll say 10 picks away. Yeah, 10 picks away. And this is actually why we should be queuing guys up. So, like, for example, we can see over here on the right, we got 2 QBs, 1 running back, 1 wide receiver, 1 tight end. We're trying to pick the players that perform the best throughout the duration of the season. They're going to optimize our lineup for us on a weekly basis, and we can start up to 2 QBs on a week basis. So from what I've heard and what I've read, Steve, that getting 4 quarterbacks in these formats is optimal. 4 quarterbacks.
Yeah. You know, yeah, or 3 and really pay attention to your bye weeks.
Yeah. But at this point, we do need we do need running backs and wide receivers.
I think we got to go running back next. It's just the position just gets thinner more quickly. And I like Jacobs or Montgomery. I'll be honest with you. I am very low on Akers. He hasn't done anything to show what people are paying for him at all, in my opinion. And you know, here's my hot take. I wanted to discuss it on the show the other night, but we had so much stuff we were talking about. I don't even think Akers is the guy on the team. I think that Darrell Henderson is going to be the guy on the team.
Do you think it's from a from an efficiency standpoint? Like, I mean, obviously, Darrell Henderson, when healthy, I feel like they had pretty similar efficiency, and I can look that up while we're drafting. All right, we're up. So if we're gonna, I don't know. I'm liking this Travis Etienne right here. Travis Etienne.
What do you think? What do you think about Michael Carter? I know that might be considered a reach by some people, but when he was healthy, he was kicking ass.
Yeah, I like Michael Carter as well, especially with the improvements to the offensive line.
I would grab him. We got 8 seconds, 5 seconds.
I'll go with Michael Carter. I think you could have gone either. I think Michael Carter and Etienne could be in the same category, and Etienne is coming back from a Liz Frank foot injury, and we still haven't got any update on like what his actual return timeline is, although he should be good to go by training camp.
I know Joel is a big Akers guy, and you know what? I know a lot of people are, and the thing is that I think the market is grossly overreacted to him coming back and the team that he's on, and maybe he did come back too early. But you know, even though I'm a fan of the guy myself, you know, he hasn't shown anything at the pro level yet. What do you think about wide receiver going with if you could click on the tab for me there?
Oh yeah.
Going with Devonta Smith.
Oh, I love Devonta Smith. I also love Michael Thomas here. I love Michael Pittman
because we have Jalen Hurts too, so they'll give us double combos right there.
Yeah, that's actually a really good idea. I think we should move him up. I think we should move Michael Thomas up, Michael Pittman up, because these 3 guys are alphas on their team, like bona fide alphas. Oh, we're on the clock. Yeah, I guess we'll go ahead and see. Now that we got him started and we moved him up to the top, it should pick him for us. Yeah, there we go. So we got Devonta. I like that, man.
What's our lineup looking like? 2-2-2-1 so far. So
yeah, Kyler, Jalen, Javonte, Michael Carter got the 2 North Carolina State running backs.
We gotta go receiver next.
Yeah, again. we gotta hammer receiver.
How about
running back.
the Amon-Ra or Darnell next? And honestly, I know that someone in the chat was hating on him, but I like Gabe Davis, man, and I really think that that he's actually better than he's played. He's been buried on the depth chart, and you know he's only ready to bust out, in my opinion.
I'm a little bit lower on Amon-Ra St. Brown than I think you are, just for the fact that I think the Detroit Lions may draft another receiver, and I think that at the same time, when Amon-Ra St. Brown was having all those really good games towards the end of the season, there was a few different injuries on the team, including TJ Hawkinson, and I think Quintez Cephas or one of those other guys were injured as well. So I think that it was kind of like a law of target conservation for Amon-Ra St. Brown, and I'm just not sure he can continue that same efficiency in 2022.
Maybe on a game-to-game basis, he doesn't like produce the way he did the last 4 games of the season, but I think actually as over the course of the whole year, I think he actually outproduces last year, because if you look at the way the Lions played the last 4 or 5 games, they were incredible, and they didn't even have their best lineup. They were out quite a few guys. So I think that offense is actually quite a bit better. I think the Lions are going to be competitive in the division this year.
That's a good point. We had a fairly small sample size until the Lions actually started becoming competitive. So over the course of the entire season, we're talking about best ball. It's valid argument.
All right, let's see.
Still got a couple of my guys out here.
I think that I really like some of our options here. Thielen is a great pick. Renfro's a great pick. Gabe is a good pick. Darnell's a good pick. I like all those guys, honestly, at this spot.
Yeah, I really like guys that are going to get a high target share. So, like Darnell Mooney is a really nice pick right here, in my opinion.
You want guys with a high ceiling, because it is a best ball league.
Yeah, and Fields has got that beautiful deep ball, man. I'm not going to lie. And it's going to be Mooney getting – I mean, dude, Mooney should have, like a 25% target share? I mean, who else is he going to throw it to besides maybe Cole Kmet, short and intermediate? I don't even know who else you guys have on your depth chart. Like, it's kind of decimated at wide receiver, isn't it?
I don't know. We signed one of those like 5th string Packers receivers a couple weeks ago.
Oh, Equanimous St. Brown?
Yeah.
Oh, congratulations.
I know. I mean, that's a game changer, man. We're going to the Super Bowl. I don't know if you heard, but
let's see. I'm looking at your roster right now. In terms, wait. No, Chicago Bears lineup. There we go. Wide receiver. Justin Fields. Something screwy right here. Oh, that's right. You guys signed Byron Pringle from the Kansas City Chiefs.
Me. He's all right.
65.2 PFF grade. I mean, Pringle's okay. I also saw him get hit in the face with a pass from Patrick Mahomes in the Super Bowl, and he dropped it.
All right, we got 4 picks till we're up. Do we want to go receiver again? I think if Gabe Davis is available, that the fact that him or Thielen is still there is pretty exceptional.
Yeah, but Tony Pollard's still there too, man. You're gonna make me pass up on Tony Pollard out there at a pretty good value, ADP 108, and I mean we're coming into 102 here, but he's certainly not going to fall to us coming back around. Now we do only have
right on.
Dude, Derek gave us a gift. He didn't snipe him. Gabe Davis is gone. I think we got to go with Tony Pollard. I honestly think that Tony Pollard is going to look at that 2019, 81, 106, and then 143 in 2021, his best season yet. And I still think that is like a floor. That's like a new floor for him. I think he's only going to take over more and more as Zeke kind of fades more and more.
What's funny too is, with Amari Cooper being gone, that does open up targets, and you have to ask yourself, is that necessarily going to translate to the other receivers, or is it necessarily going to translate into maybe more Pollard?
Very true. He actually lined up in the slot a few times. I'm going to pull him up because I remember him lining up in the slot quite a few times and actually running routes. He catches the ball really well, super fast, man. And he's a 2019 rookie, like sick product from 2019, especially those rookie ticket autos. Yeah, check this out. Okay. You keep an eye on my draft. I'm looking at.
Yeah, we're still good. We got nine picks.
So Dallas ran quite a few run plays per game to start with, number 8 in the league at almost 30 run plays per game. They just had a above average pace of play. His yards per route run last year were number 1 for a running back in the league. And you could see that he ran routes, 135 routes. His route participation, though, is only 23%. Only had an 8% target share. Let me see if they have like how many snap share, opportunity share, carries, targets. His EPA was really good. Number 2 EPA in the league.
Of the guys you have up, I definitely like, I'm really high on Penny. And I think that it's not going to matter who the quarterback is. Seattle is historically known for establishing the run. And I think that's not going to be any different of a scenario this year.
I like all these. I like
I really like Gallup. I think
especially
Gallup, but I think Gallup is still going too low in my opinion because he's now the wide receiver 2 on that offense with a great passing game. I mean, they're going to be chucking the ball 40-50 times a game.
Yeah, you know what? Especially with the market eyes there, Gallup is going to be a boom at some point in 2022. I think he's a pretty good offseason investment, especially coming off an injury. We haven't seen a clear, like, massive hype increase and demand increase in his rookie cards. You can still get autograph stuff pretty cheap. It's the Dallas freaking Cowboys, man. And they let go of Amari Cooper. Now, I do think, like, I have Treylon Burks here. Like, apparently, like, the word on the street is from a lot of college guys, talked to Carter about this. Jerry Jones loves him, some Arkansas Razorbacks. Treylon Burks is like a big body, almost like an Amari Cooper, A.J. Brown style receiver. Maybe not quite as fast, but he's very versatile. Can do all that stuff. What are we looking at here? Should I take? I got to do something. I'm going to end up taking Cordell Patterson.
That's fine.
I mean, Atlanta, like, look, Atlanta is decimated at wide receiver as well. And as of right now, you're looking at Marcus Mariota probably run a lot of RPOs or run pass options. And Cordell Patterson was a freaking just like wizard last year. I mean, do a jack of all trades.
No, I think that having Mariota, even if he's not as accurate as Matt Ryan, I think that having a mobile quarterback with their terrible offensive line only gives them, more yards per drop back because they can actually create plays. All right, our next pick's actually already coming up pretty quick here. So can you pull up the running backs real quick? I want to see what we have coming up next here.
Oh yeah. Let's see. Running back list. Chase Evans.
How do you feel about maybe Ronald Jones or Melvin Gordon, especially because we have Javonte?
I'm not opposed to throwing a flyer on some Ronald Jones in Kansas City, right? He's not going to get any passing work. They're sure as hell not going to trust him on the passing downs over Clyde Edwards-Helaire or I always get that cat's name mixed up with the other, not Darrell Williams, Damian Williams. One of the Williams is out there in Kansas City, right?
Yeah, no, I think that he's probably going to gobble up a lot of the goal line work, which is, the guy you want anyway.
I also think we need a wide receiver here, bro.
All right. Yeah, let's see who we got. We're 2 picks away.
I'm wheels up on Rondale Moore this year, man, and that would be a nice stack with Kyler and DeAndre Hopkins.
Sure.
I think we got to go Rondale, especially now that Christian Kirk is gone. I mean, some people do say that it's kind of suspicious that Rondale Moore's opportunity kind of dropped off a little bit. And some people were saying that was a coaching decision, that they saw something in Rondale Moore that they didn't like. And so that's why they kind of reeled him in. But I don't know about that. I mean, he was a rookie. And Christian Kirk was still running a lot of slot snaps.
Could you wheel down a little bit so we can see some of the other guys coming up here?
Yeah. Okay. I think
Chark.
Chris Olave goes to like the Jets.
I like guys like as far as maybe taking them next. I've never been high on Galladay or Mecole Hardman, but I actually like both of them as bounce backs this year.
Yeah, we can't forget DJ Chark went to Detroit. And we can't forget MVS in Kansas City. I mean, if they brought him in to replace Tyreek Hill, I mean, I don't think it's going to work out exactly the way they think it is. I also like Tyler Boyd, fairly consistent.
Tim Patrick's pretty solid. I mean, if you look at what he did last year, I mean, I think he was like maybe the most slept on guy in football.
Tim Patrick?
Yeah, I mean, who was even thinking about, any Denver wideouts last year?
Yeah, I like Tim Patrick.
What about Jarvis Landry? I just saw it too.
Yeah, Jarvis. So we got to rank some of these guys. Jarvis Landry, a couple rookies too. Chark, Corey Davis is still out there. Jarvis Landry. I'm just not sure how the target share is going to work at all with the Jets in 2022. Man, there's a lot of potential weapons there. Denzel Mims is still on their depth chart. Like, what the hell happened to that guy? Totally.
The last thing I read about the guy is that they're talking about he could get cut, which that's pretty crazy considering that, he was pretty sought after, about a year and a half ago. Very
sought after. I should have flipped his cards immediately. There was a point where I could get $1 for, I could get like 15. I think I sold like the best card I sold was like a Donruss rated rookie autograph card for like $25. And there's like, you could probably find that same card for $5 now.
Let's see. We got four picks till we're up. Landry, what was the latest on him? He was saying about that he could end up back in Cleveland.
That's the latest on him. Yeah, he's still a free agent right now, but I'm not sure if he ends up back in Cleveland, man. He's got that leadership role there.
All right, we're up in two picks. Are we going Rojo or Tim Patrick or what? Is like a T. Hawkinson available or somebody like another tight end maybe?
We also need to consider another quarterback at some point here. Maybe we just handcuff our guys because there's really nothing left out there. I mean, there's nothing left but a bunch of handcuffs, and a couple potential rookies.
Darnold is a starter. I mean, as much as people don't want to admit it, he is the starter there.
I guess I gotta star him. Dear God, I never think I'd star Sam Darnold. I think we go ahead and add Ronald Jones this late in the draft. It's either that or Tim Patrick. I like both of those. MVS too.
Yeah, I can't remember the actual numbers. I want to say it was, didn't Tim Patrick get about 900 yards last year? Something of the sort.
734, but see, he did it in 2020 as well, 742. That's how he earned himself a solid contract extension, man. And 5'6".
Think about that. That's 700 yards with like abysmal quarterback play.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, Teddy Bridgewater, who doesn't ever push it down the field, and Drew Lock, who's just wildly inconsistent.
I mean that translates, and he only had 50 receptions. I mean, you put the ball in this guy's hand, 80 plus times, he could be 1,100 to 1,200 yards.
I can't believe he's still out there too. I don't know if he'll fall to us, but these guys are just. Will Fuller went off, and Will Fuller is not even on a team right now. But I guess he's kind of hoping that.
When Will Fuller's healthy, 3 games a year, he's one of the best players in the league. But if there was, I wish they would bring back those cards like they had in the 90s where the players had like their nicknames on them, like the 93 Fleer Ultra Air Jordan, said Air Jordan on the card. If they did, it would almost be a meme for Will Fuller. It would have to say like Mr. Glass on it or something.
Well, dude, we do have Javonte and Melvin Gordon. Oh, he was out there. He's gone now. I think Alexander Madison this late is a value in all formats.
I would say Tim Patrick, and then with the next pick, Darrell Henderson.
Derek.
Yeah, that's
Derek sniped Madison. That's okay. You left us Patrick. Good doing business with you, Derek. Appreciate you, sir. Will Street close. Will Street close fuller.
You know, it's funny because he's when he hasn't been hurt, he was suspended for PEDs. So I mean, the guy finds a way to stay on the sidelines somehow.
Yeah, Alexander, dude, you know, Steve, guys, like, keep your radars open to Mercari because Steve found a rookie ticket auto stub variation, Alexander Madison on-card autograph. This stub variation's numbered out of what, 25?
22, I think, or 23.
It was numbered out of lower than 25. It was like numbered out of 22, and this card was on sale for what? It was like $18 or something.
Yeah, as a rule of thumb, like there's not a lot to choose from on there yet, but most cards on there are generally overpriced, but there's definitely deals to be found. Absolutely.
Look at the tight end activity, man. I'm loving David Njoku still out here at 153, especially with no more Austin Hooper in Cleveland. I mean, we're talking wheels up for David Njoku, tight end in Cleveland.
I think a lot of that's going to hinge on,
suspension.
When Deshaun comes back.
They did pick up Jacoby Brissett to be that bridge to he actually plays.
I'll be honest, I'm a proponent of Irv Smith quite a bit. I think that he is super slept on.
Oh yeah, Irv Smith was solid. Minnesota. I'm guessing he's still in Minnesota.
And the only reason that he's falling as low as he did, as low as he is, I should say, in the draft so far this year is because people forget. It's a what have you done for me lately league in the NFL, and he was out most of last year.
Very true. Corey Davis is still out there.
KJ Osborne. I like that. That's
Osborne.
Dude,
I'm not gonna lie, I'm really liking this Jamison Crowder just from a fantasy standpoint of like weekly PPR production. I mean, I think he could be peppered with targets in the short, sector of the field from Josh Allen.
Very possible. Very possible.
I mean, it's just I want pieces of offenses that are going to be prolific like that, that are going to be in a lot of shootout scenarios, that are going to be putting up a lot of points. It's just more opportunities for him to get touchdowns, for him to get, first downs, yardage, points, that, et cetera,
Yeah, no, I agree, especially in a best ball league. We got one pick till we're up.
Dude, I can't draft.
Are we going to take our third QB? I mean,
I can't do it. I can't do it.
What about what was the other running back other than Khalil Herbert that we were looking at?
We're looking at Kenny Gainwell, Gus the Bus, man. Gus the Bus is out there. But I think we got to take Khalil Herbert, man. I know we don't have David Montgomery, but I feel like Khalil Herbert's a really good handcuff. Nyheim Hines is also there.
I really like Hines, actually.
We ended up taking Irv Smith.
That's all right. I mean, we needed a second tight end anyway. But actually, if we're able to get Hines on the way back, that's a really good pickup.
I think we reached just a bit for Irv Smith, but not much. Another guy that I've been looking at. Shout out to Boggy, if you're out there, Boggy. Boggy's been buying some Hayden Hurst cards, and I'm like, oh shit, Hayden Hurst went to Cincinnati.
He did,
and there's no more CJ Uzomah there.
Yeah, I linked that dual auto card in the Discord, and actually, Hayden Hurst was one of the guys on there. Yeah,
dude, and Marlon Mack is a Texan, man. That was big news from last week. I'm excited, dude. I have like a dozen Marlon Mack rookie ticket autos I got on the cheap a year and a half ago. like literally $5 a piece in a lot. Probably bought them from, no, it couldn't have been from Joel, but there was some guy that was like trying to fire sell his Marlon Mack cards. And Marlon Mack, I think, is going to be a bona fide starter this year, finally.
I mean, let's be honest. They needed that between them and the Dolphins. They were the most needy team at running back. And, I don't know if he still has that explosiveness that he had before, but he's definitely better than what they had last year by a lot.
Yeah. Yeah, it's Rex Burkhead. It would have been like their RB1.
I'm pretty sure I actually still have a couple of the rookie ticket autos as well of his.
Yeah, you saw that T.O. is going to apparently play in the XFL.
Nice.
I saw that. Yeah, apparently he's going to be playing in some XFL. It wasn't XFL though. I thought it was some other kind of weird outside football league type deal. Maybe it was the XFL. I did see that notification though. T.O.
All right, what are we looking at here?
Well, I mean, damn it.
Khalil,
I guess I'm going to have to take Sam Darnold.
Yeah, I mean, I know that you don't like the guy. I still am maybe one of the only people in the world that has faith in that guy. But I mean, if you don't take him, then what's your, you could say like, oh no, not Sam Darnold. But
I'm not taking him yet. I'm gonna take a wide receiver. I'm actually gonna go here and go Donovan Peoples-Jones.
There you go.
I'm really bullish on Peoples-Jones in Cleveland this year with Deshaun Watson. I'm gonna go ahead and take him. That's not that big of a reach. ADP of 185. No. Maybe I've gone up a little bit. I wonder if you can go here and just type in like Peoples. Yeah, I can go Peoples. So okay, I reached on him. For sure.
You know what? Hey, you know what though? That doesn't necessarily mean anything because ending up with a guy that you're high on that ends up producing, that's literally the difference between winning and losing in these leagues. So
Michael Gallup is on Dallas, Tom. Yeah, he did tear his ACL late in the season. Where did he go in this draft? Let's see. I remember him. Let's see. Gallup. Take me to him. Yeah, there we go. 11th round. So 121 overall. Somebody reached for Gronk there. But I know Gronk's just blowing smoke at Brady just because.
Did anyone take Brady?
Yeah, he went first round.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because I wasn't sure if if they updated their rankings or not.
That's when I made the comment about you taking them last.
My last two picks in our last draft were Brady and Gronk. I mean, that's going to be and I called it at the end of the draft. I said it would be the best last round pick ever.
You know, it would be great if the Browns traded Baker Mayfield to the Arizona Cardinals as a backup for Kyler Murray. But I just feel like that would be karma for Baker. Maybe, I don't know. Like maybe he needs that. Like he needs that just to be humbled. But I think he could learn a lot in that system from Kyler and just their whole pace of play. Kyler's obviously a very good passer, Yeah,
I don't know. I don't know. In my opinion, I think that punishing the guy is, even though they are punishing the guy, I think that that's a bit over the top, considering that he put his health on the line for the team.
Yeah, well, that's what he's hanging his hat on right now.
And then, you have on the flip side a guy like Kyler who kind of like mailed it in the playoffs, and who, according to reports, was like listening to music on his headphones during locker room meetings and stuff like that. Like, and then he gets rewarded with the massive contract. So it's like, who said life's fair, right?
Yeah, well, let them compete against each other. They competed against each other in college, Whenever Kyler was backing up Baker Mayfield at Oklahoma, in 2017 when Baker Mayfield won the Heisman, and then Baker was drafted number 1 overall in 2018. Kyler won the Heisman, drafted number 1 overall in 2019. So now you put Baker as the backup to Kyler.
We're up.
And do a little role reversal. Let him.
What do we got? What do we got for running backs available?
Running back, we got Kenny Gainwell, Chris Carson, Zamir White's a rookie.
Keyshawn
looks okay.
Keyshawn right there.
Keyshawn Vaughn in Tampa. Should we reach already? I also like Darrell John. There's Marlon Mack. I mean, Keyshawn's not going to be. Shoot! Oh man, I just drafted Sam Darnold.
Yes. Well, I mean, look at all right. It says that his ADP is 209, right? We're
181 on here. Let's see what he was on.
We're at 190 in the draft. Is that even a reach at that?
No, it's not. Like technically to the underdog ADP, we got him at an okay value. But what's he at like on like FFPC rankings? Actually, they're taking him on average 143. So actually, we had to take Sam Darnold there. That's a value. I mean, especially right now, he looks like he's going to start for Carolina. But if he starts this year for like Matt Rule, might as well kiss his job goodbye. I mean, dude, they're gonna fire him. He's gonna get fired. Like,
here's my prediction. He plays, barring an injury, as the starter one more year there. If he doesn't perform, whoever they draft probably takes over the job.
All right, we got 3 quarterbacks.
You can never discount though what he did the first 5 weeks of last year. It wasn't a mirage.
You really think? Keyshawn Vaughn should see some. We re-signed Giovanni Bernard for a year. Leonard's coming back for a year.
Bernard was like very scarcely used.
I went because I was about to draft another quarterback in Taysom Hill. I did not want to do that.
I would move all those guys down just as a precautionary.
Yeah, I actually picked up. I'm gonna start some more. Ooh, I like some of these deep wide receivers here that are left out there. I like these guys actually.
Yeah, is Brian Edwards out there?
I guarantee you Brian Edwards is out there. And Auden Tate. I mean, dude, he's got he's pretty bad actually, but he's gonna be like Atlanta's number 1 wide receiver next to
Antonio Brown,
Zacchaeus Amadeus, and Kyle Pitts. They still got Paris Campbell.
Did we miss out on Hines too already? What or Quintez Cephas?
Oh, I like me some Anthony Schwartz. Justin Ross can potentially go to Jacksonville. Josh Gordon.
Brian Edwards, Quintez Cephas.
Yeah.
Those are some good names to look at.
Yeah, a lot of deep talent. Dever Duvernay, he's a gadget guy. He could run the ball. He could go short, intermediate, deep. He can go all over the place. Maybe return a punt or kickoff. There's your guy, Quintez.
That guy's a beast. I don't know if you've seen his biceps, man. That guy's a monster.
Who, Quintez?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, you showed me that. Wasn't that on one of his cards, too? He just looked absolutely
on his rookie ticket auto, he's like clutching the ball, and you can just see a vein, just like this massive vein.
This is another guy that I'm really bullish on as sleeper, Chris Evans, behind Joe Mixon on Cincinnati. Dude, this guy's efficiency, whenever he was given the opportunity, like if Joe Mixon goes down with an injury, you want to have Chris Evans. Like he's going to ball out.
You know what?
And he was a rookie last year. I think he was a 2020 rookie. I'm going to pull up his profile real quick. Like this guy is a sleeper that you definitely want as a handcuff to Mixon. And like, again, I just want pieces of prolific offenses like the Bengals. I mean, the Bengals.
I would add just to the watch list. I would add, Marquez Callaway, but I would actually take Nico next because I don't know if you saw this, but they're shopping Cooks potentially, and that would move him up into potentially the alpha role.
Check out that burst score from Chris Evans. 95th percentile. Love that burst and agility. Damian Harris got the sweet afro, dude. Michigan 2021 rookie, so he's got the FOMO. Like if Mixon goes down and Chris Evans breaks out, you're going to see a massive spike in his cards.
Sure. Absolutely.
You know?
And that's one of those things that from an investment standpoint, you could get some of the guys more rare stuff now for like pennies on the dollar. Is Nico still there? I didn't see.
No, I don't think he is because Nico Collins. No, he's already picked. Quez Anthony Schwartz is still there. I like on Cleveland. Braxton.
Cephas.
Reach. Cephas. Whoops. Where am I going? Cephas. Sorry. Did I miss Cephas? Oh, he's way down here. His ADP is 240.
We ended up with
Ernest.
That's all right. That's actually
Ernest. Yeah, Ernest is gonna earn, dude. This cat, same thing, man. Prolific offense, great offensive line, run first offense. Kevin Stefanski established the run. Poster boy there, dude. Ernest Johnson melted people's faces last year when Nick Chubb was out.
I think we were talking about you weren't as high on Amon-Ra because maybe some of these other guys being out would affect his his ceiling.
Well, yeah, and now you bring in DJ Chark, which I know is not the same player at all. I just think there's going to be more mouths to feed in 2022, and I think you're going to have a lot more. You're going to have a fully healthy squad. I don't see Amon-Ra St. Brown, at least in September, like performing the way he did in December of last year. That's my whole thing.
Yeah, no, I like. I'm high on Detroit wide receivers right now. I'm high on Oakland wide receivers right now, or Vegas wide receivers.
So where do I go? Cephas, reach all the way for Cephas. I should have snapped. Who did I take? I accidentally took a quarterback.
Taysom Hill's gonna be playing tight end this year.
Hey, dude, if they put him at tight end and they give him quarterback points, I could see a lot of, Jameis throws it to Taysom throws it to this guy, or Taysom runs it, and we know he can pancake just about any defender there is. So I like the rushing upside, man. He's like as shifty and as bursty as Kyler Murray, but like twice as thick. I know he can't pass the ball like Kyler. I mean, he can't pass the ball at all.
Even though he's not like a good passer, he's better than other receivers in the league are, right? So he could definitely be like a trick play guy. And who's to say they won't still maybe run a couple like 2 QB sets or anything like that?
That's true. Very true. 2 QB sets. There's the Williams in Kansas City. I was talking about Darrell Williams. Oh, Damian Williams went to Atlanta. Yeah, I think P Ryan's out, man. They're gonna move Chris Evans up. Chris Evans would have caught that ball in the Super Bowl. Chris Evans would have also got the first down. Well, shit, Joe Mixon would have got the first down. I mean.
All right, we're definitely done on QBs.
We're done on QBs. We've optimized. We've got 4.
Our running backs,
3, 6, and we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Jahan Dotson's electric from Penn State, but I just don't know where he's going to land. Definitely like a second, third round guy.
Is Deonta Foreman picked already?
He's out there. In terms of running back, I saw him out there. He's in Carolina now. So he'd be a handcuff to Christian McCaffrey. Chuba Hubbard obviously is not the guy.
I really like that pick, honestly.
You like Deontay? Just what, like just as a handcuff and thinking that McCaffrey may.
I like. They're. I guess they're not really impressed with Chuba Hubbard. Not that he necessarily got a lot of work, but I like Deonta or Duke Johnson as our next pick because, let's be honest, Zach Moss is not that guy. And Duke Johnson, if you recall from a few seasons ago, was like a huge receiver out of the running back position.
Yeah, he is. He is. I just think Buffalo is going to draft Breece Hall at the end of the first round if he's there. I think Buffalo is going to take one of the good running backs. Like, I think Breece Hall is a perfect fit in Buffalo, and I think he's going to smash, dude.
That's assuming that he falls to them too.
Yeah, that's true. But I think he will, just based on how NFL teams these days are kind of devaluing the running back position. And it's not like he's not a Saquon Barkley, you know, he's not a Christian McCaffrey. He's like a Saquon Barkley light.
I think that all right, let's get our pick in here.
Yeah, we gotta get our pick, man. Quite a few options. I like the dart throws here.
I like Duke, honestly. If
I was gonna go. Only reason why I went Quez Watkins is because we went with a stack here. We've got Jalen Hurts. We've got Devontae Smith. We didn't get Dallas Goedert, but at least we've got a stack of like, okay, he's the other deep threat in Philly. That's Quez Watkins, man. They were talking Quez up in Philly all year last year, being this deep ball guy, and I saw him just barely miss Quez on some massive, massive plays last year. Massive plays. So he's got upside of, completed drafts. Was that it? Was that the last one?
It must have been. I didn't see how many picks were left.
But yeah, so 2 entries. Yeah, there's my, view full draft. I didn't realize that was the last round.
You know what's funny about the Taysom Hill pick is that, again, like I said, he's going to be probably playing tight end. But in the unfortunate event of an injury, he could be playing quarterback too. So that's a lot of what ifs, but he's also like not our main guy, right? You know, you took him as an accidental fourth quarterback.
Completed. All right.
There we go. So let's see. Starting is Jalen Kyler. Okay. Javante Carter. Hypothetically starting, of course.
This is a nasty duo, though, on a weekly basis to have Kyler and Jalen in your flex and Kyler as your starting QB.
You know, it's interesting, though, because you got to remember, with it being a best ball draft, like, I know you're not big on Darnold, but if he starts the way he started last year, or even has a few games throughout the season like he did the first 5 weeks of last season, that's huge, right? I mean, you're not relying on him necessarily on a week-to-week basis, but would he outperform any of those other guys that were available who probably won't see the field this year? You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, you got a good point. I think we got him at a really good value. So long as the Carolina Panthers don't draft a Malik Willis and they end up giving him the start by week 3 or week 4 because Darnold flames out real quick.
I mean, the coaches talked him up. They even said essentially what I said without even knowing or reading their mind, and that's that, you know, he's not elite, but he's elite capable, and that's that he can't create something out of nothing. But as long as McCaffrey's on the field and he's not necessarily the focal point, he can make things happen, that's really all you need. You know, when you're doing a fantasy draft, you know, you're not married to the guy. You just got him for one season, you know.
Oh, someone got him a good deal. That's 162. I've been watching these to see how low they go, and this is probably the best. Oh, look, there's a 150. These optic base ones are the cheapest ones, and this one's the lowest I've seen, 150.
Yeah, I've been watching them through the email notification system, and yeah, I mean, 150 is definitely a good price. I mean, there's no reason that they might not see 350 to 500 at some point during the year.
Yeah, I mean, when you consider the fact that a Joe Burrow or a Justin Herbert's like $3 to $5 grand, I mean, now I'm not expecting his to go up that. Like, disclaimer, not expecting his to go up to that. It's not what I'm saying, guys.
Right.
But
no, so you're using it as a relative basis of comparison.
Yeah, a relative basis to justify the fact that his could at least go up to $500 or something, like respectable, if he actually plays pretty good. Which NFC East, I mean, I could see it, right? I mean, I think they could beat the Commanders any given week. You could beat the Giants any given week. Dallas is going to be a tough match, but there's a lot of other soft NFC teams they can beat. So once again, they're going to be in a scenario where they could snag a wild card spot like they did last year, and just like have a easier than average schedule and just had more time to develop as a mature as a quarterback, develop and in the passing department. That's what he needs. He needs to take that next step in passing. I like this price, 162.
Yeah, I think a lot of people forget that, it's not, there's not a written in stone timeline, right? Like, not every guy jumps into the league and they're like just their best right away. Some guys take half their career to hit their pinnacle, right? And some guys just are already there when they get drafted. So it's easy to forget that that's the case sometimes, and that's sometimes can play to your advantage when you're investing because you want to get in ahead, right? You don't want to be buying in when you should be selling off.
Guys, want to look at my starting lineup? Let me go back. Let me see. My wide receiver picks. All right, so running back picks, Javonte. And right on value, I like that pick there. I'm still a big Javonte fan this year, especially with Russ there. Michael Carter, got both North Carolina running backs. I'm cool with that. I'm there for. I think Michael Carter and Javonte are both beasts. Tony Pollard, love it. Love that pick there. Cordell Patterson, I think that's a good value. When Cordell Patterson falls, we got him at 115. His ADP is 112. I bet you if you were to go to here, the Sharps, and look at Cordell Patterson.
You think it's under 100 probably?
Yeah, check that out, man. So he's been going as high as 86, as low as 161. So it's quite a bit of variance there, but his average is 129. And 129, and we got him at 115. So I think we got him at value, depending on the draft. I mean, that's a big variance. Now, Ronald Jones, I can see some people really fading him. Oh, but he's still young, man. He's still got juice. Like, he's
I'm
a
telling
good ball carrier.
You mentioned it, and I mentioned it like during the playoffs, I think it was after the Bucks got eliminated. I said that there's value in his rookie cards because I knew there was no way they were going to re-sign him, and hypothetically, I didn't know at the time that he could sign with a high-powered offense, but that's really all he needs, and he needs to go somewhere where he's utilized. He wasn't being utilized in Tampa, because Fournette was just ball hogging it, which is fine. But now he's on a team where he has an undefined role, but he's probably at least going to be 50-50.
Yeah, look at the disagreement, though, amongst the community. You have a variance between 140, end of the 12th round, all the way to the beginning of the 20th round at 229. So his average is 15.5. I think that is just because of the unknown. Like, we don't know what his snap share is going to be like or his carry share. He's obviously not going to get very many targets out of the backfield.
It's an example of like a disagreement on what the guy's potential is, right?
Yeah, that's what
and
it
what
is.
his role is. And we talked about this earlier on with T. Higgins. And you have people like me that would buy T. Higgins as one of the best receivers in the league. And then you have other people buying T. Higgins as like he's on the Bengals, right? So that's a big discrepancy. But I think that like I said, those are the guys you want to get in on because there's still tons of room.
So have you bought some rookie ticket auto Ronald Jones? You bought any Ronald Jones?
I bought a couple of the numbered prisms, and I have a couple of the optic autos of his too. So
they're dirt cheap, man. You guys,
yeah, and I was just going based on, what the entry price entry point is, and that was January though. But yeah, a lot of the rookie ticket autos, like you said, they hold their price pretty well. So it's a bit harder to get in on a player with the rookie ticket autos if they've at one point been relevant, which he was.
You know what else I like from 2018? I absolutely love from 2018 is Optic, brother. Love me some 2018 Optic.
Yes.
Let me see if they have any autograph ones. Like those are so sick. Yeah. Look how much those are still going for. That's a PSA 10 numbered at a 50. So
yeah, I don't have any graded ones, but I have a couple of the hollow bases. I have a couple of the autos. I have and actually I should probably get my Christian Kirks listed too. I got a couple. I have 2 red optic hollow Christian Kirks.
Oh, nice.
Optic auto numbered. I think, what are they at, a 99, the red ones?
Very nice. Very nice. Yeah, definitely still a lot of deals out there on him. One guy I did want to look at was our last running back before we look at the wide receivers was Ernest Johnson, just because he broke out big time.
His rookie ticket autos have still been going pretty cheap in auctions. I've seen them as low as $18 to $30 ish.
Yeah, they're all stickers. There's very few cards for this cat. Very few cards because he was undrafted. He was undrafted. And did he go to where did he go? Yeah, I was going to say, I thought he went to a local school. Yeah, he went to USF here in Tampa. 26. I mean, not really much of anything to look at here, but the guy was shifty as hell, man. Like, look at the game log. What was the yards per carry in that game? I mean, 5.3 yards per carry, like crazy good efficiency.
Well, it's interesting. Like, you look at the last 3 years. Granted, he didn't get a ton of work, but he's got a decent enough sample size. He has as a career in the NFL, he's over 5 yards per carry, not just last season.
Yeah, it was that game. It was week 7. It was a Thursday night game. This game, and it was a 70% snap share. 22 carries, 6 red zone, 11 routes, 2 targets, 2 receptions, but 168 yards, 1 touchdown. But he made some incredible highlights. 157 yards against New England in week 10. I mean, on 19 carries, it's just baller. Like 133 yards against Cincinnati in week 18 on 25 carries. Like, so you can see whenever he gets
it done, no doubt.
Yeah. Yeah, like whenever he got the snap share, like he got it done, man. Like, damn. Small sample size, but damn, that's the Cleveland offensive line or what, man? But
they do have a good O-line, and I think that only whenever Deshaun Watson does start, I think that only helps both running backs, because when the offense is on the field longer, there's more opportunities. And, the offense, let's be honest, wasn't anything special last year. So you need opportunities to score points.
So I come over here to Trading Card Database to see what he's got. Total cards, 12. This is why, it's like the rookie ticket auto. That's it, man. That's it. And that's why we saw them literally go from – he's got 12 total cards. And that's including 2021 sets. So – rookie year was 2020, and look at it, it's contenders, rookie ticket autos. That's it. That's all he was printed in. That's it, man.
You talk about scarcity, and that'll do it.
It's like he's a 1985 player. They even had 2 variations of some guys back then, but there you go, man. One variation really one set to invest in. It makes it so easy. And that's why part of the reason why I love Ricky Ticket Autos, because, they print guys like this. So
I like it. I'm pretty satisfied with our team. We did have a couple of mishaps with the, the auto draft, but overall, I think it's going to be interesting.
Would you say Hopkins is a lock for the Hall of Fames? DeAndre Hopkins?
I think he's definitely well on his way. I mean, has he not made the Pro Bowl every year he's played just about?
Yeah, let's see. Wide receiver. Let's see. Where's he at on the all-time great list? King Jerry Rice at the top.
I think it's worth noting too that even though Jalen Hurts doesn't get that superstar recognition, even despite missing several games last year, he didn't lose his number 2 fantasy QB spot until much later in the season.
So he's definitely not a lock for the Hall of Fame. Like he does have, I think 8 is that the Pro Bowl? Oh no, that's year started. So Pro Bowls, he's got 5 Pro Bowls. He's got a ton of yards though. Like for down here, he's with Deshaun Jackson, Andre Ryzen. So just guys with a lot of production. But those guys also have a Super Bowl. They guess they just don't have the consistency that he's got. Man, I mean, he's solid, but it's like, no, man, he really does need a Super Bowl, or he's just going to have to keep playing and keep racking up more yards and more time. Like in consideration or comparison, you look at, where's Julio Jones? Julio Jones right here, because Julio Jones does not have a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
But he was 2 times All-Pro, 7 Pro Bowls, and he's got 3,000 yards on him and a few extra touchdowns. 61 touchdowns.
It's one of those things where it's unfortunate because, you had Julio Jones getting future Hall of Famer and Matt Ryan throwing him the ball like 15 times a game in his prime, whereas DeAndre Hopkins had like Tom Savage or, some other bum, a Tyrod Taylor or, whoever. I mean, so he's got Kyler now. We'll see what they can do with it. I mean, if he stays healthy this year, he's definitely going to be looking pretty good. Actually, I did for the first time. I used his injury to be a good buying opportunity to get a couple of his graded rookies.
So that's not bad, man. 2013 is not a common rookie ticket auto set that you see either.
And for the people out there, and speaking of people from that year or near that year, if you're a Cordell Patterson fan, you can actually find rookie ticket autos of his for like $12 to $15, which in my opinion is like a no-brainer.
It's an interesting design, man. I've not seen this design repeated since. I don't know. It almost looks like that's like part of a blue jeans behind the little rookie ticket thing, the picture of DeAndre.
You know what would look cool? Let me see what you think of this. If they were to reuse that design, do it, but with like an acetate format, right? Instead of on the right where it's like white or off-white, have it like transparent.
That would be interesting.
That would be pretty nice.
That'd be very interesting. I mean, what else? Well, I guess Select from 2013 Select is like a big thing. I am not a fan of 2013 Prism. I don't like the design, man. And I guess it kind of speaks to why I don't like 2021 Donruss design. It kind of looks similar, doesn't it? You think about it?
I mean, the one nice thing about the older Prism, and you speak on it all the time, is just the card quality, But
yeah, that's true. Oh, I gotta go football. I think they took the 2021 Donruss design from 2013 Prism. Look at that. The way that the border is angled, the picture of the player is angled. That's 2021 Donruss right there, just with the Prism logo at the top right. The corners are mixed match. They got Prism rookie card, and here they got rated rookie
I see it now.
I don't know why I don't like that. It's just I don't know. It's something about it.
You know, we talk about it all the time, how scarce the Prism variations are from the earlier years, and that goes for the Select as well. So if you do happen to come across those for a decent price, jump on it, because it's not for people just getting into the hobby now. It's not like it is now, where you get like, I don't know, like almost one optic holo per pack, just about. You know, those were genuinely scarce. Like 90s refractors were genuinely scarce.
Yeah, and I think when you find these cards that people have taken care of, they grade really well. These first year selects, they grade really well, especially this insert right here. I personally have gotten a couple 10s on this specific year's inserts, and I think that when I've held them, like, they're just really good quality cards, man. They look to be manufactured really well, you know. And I just don't think that they you know, obviously they're making a lot more of them now, so they don't necessarily have that same like attention to detail when you're only manufacturing 10 sets or 15 sets compared to 53.
Those hot rookies too, despite the fact that they're not super scarce, I think that they're just really good looking cards, you know.
Yeah, I love them, man. I've got the Keenan Allen, Robert Woods. I thought maybe I bought a DeAndre Hopkins. I may have one in my collection. I've been going through all my collection, just trying to my most difficult thing is listing cards. So, you know, I'm just trying to stay disciplined and do a few a day. So I've been getting through some cards that I realized, like, oh shoot, I didn't realize I had that.
You know, speaking on that, I know you at some point in the Discord mentioned that there's like a quick way to do it using the eBay app on your phone.
Oh yeah, there is. You create templates.
Oh yeah, and if that is true, maybe it's something you could throw a quick 5-minute video on, not just to help, you know, everyone in the Discord out, but myself included, because it's, as you know, very time consuming, and dealing with the volume that I have, any time I could save would be like incredible. So yeah, if you could do that, that would help us all out, I think.
So the thing is, I did do that, and it's great. Like if you're gonna seriously sit down and batch them, but you got to be sitting in front of your computer, right? Yeah, and just like for me personally, whenever I'm sitting in front of my computer, I end up creating content for you guys. Like I end up creating content and working on stuff. So like I ended up not like listing cards. So what I've actually been doing is I batch the photos, and then I do it from my phone using the sell one like this feature. I've kind of gone back to that, but the templates do work really well. I will do a 5-minute video on setting those up, but I've just been like, I'll batch photos. Like I'll take, you know, 15 cards, take pictures of all of them, and then mark those that I've taken pictures of them. And then just as I get time on my phone, like I can list a couple here, a couple there, like, you know, throughout the day, at night or whatever, I can be laying in bed and list a couple cards, you know, before I go to bed, kind of thing. You know, so this kind of helps me stay consistent. But transferring them to your computer and using templates on eBay, you can literally list a card in 30 seconds or less flat. You could go through them really quick. So, you know, it is a solid strategy.
The one quick tip I would give, and I know we've probably gone over this before, but for anyone that maybe doesn't know, if you're listing cards and you have a decent amount to list, like, don't make the mistake I made in the beginning and take like one photo, go to your computer, create a listing, go back, take a photo. Yeah. The amount of time that takes is insane. If you just take a stack, take it to wherever you have the best lighting, take 20, 30, 40, 50 pics, go back, put them on your computer, and then just fire through the listings. You'd be amazed at how much time that saves you.
Dude, what do you think? I mean, I wish these weren't so rare, but I think it's also cool that they made this one design numbered out of 21. But do you recognize the year design on this? What year this is from?
No, I don't. I don't. But I actually I really like the retro ones. In fact, I was bidding on a T. Higgins one the other day.
That looks so good, dude. This is the 2001 design. So this is the Drew Brees rookie year. I believe Michael Vick rookie ticket auto is this design. And I think it just looks really good, man. I like this design as well. It's just, it does have like that nostalgic feel to it. And that's what they've been doing. You know, last year they did this numbered out of, I think, 10 or 20 championship ticket that had the 2000 design, Tom Brady's year. And then this year they're doing the 2001 insert.
Okay.
So next year I think they'll do 02, 03, they're kind of like going, you know.
You know what I think that they'll do, and actually this has nothing to do with rookie ticket autos, but as far as like throwback cards, and I would love to see it happen, especially with Topps being acquired by Fanatics. They have been doing the 93 Topps Finest template for the newer baseball cards, right? Which if you were collecting in the early 90s as a kid, like when I started, that was like the card, right? That was like the card you wanted to have of any player. You know what I mean? Then the refractors looked so cool. And they've brought that design back. And I would love to see them do that same thing for football now that they can, maybe not right out of the box, but they can soon. And I think that that would be great. Now,
yeah,
for the people in the Discord that know, you're doing the Prism draft break or opening, whatever you want to call it. For those that don't know, Bowman draft football is available. And I think that's pretty interesting because that was one of the things I really wanted to see was them come back with Bowman Chrome, Topps Chrome football. And it looks like that's a foregone conclusion that that's going to happen now.
Yeah, and it is true. That's true. They do have the license with the NFLPA, so they can license directly to a player, and that's how Bowman is doing it. Where they're using the name, image, likeness thing to where they're licensing directly with the player, but they're not going to have team logos. But I think it is cool. They're getting their foot in the door. It's kind of like they're, you know, we see there's certain sets from Leaf that do well. Leaf, like I hear a lot of people that love Leaf products, and Leaf have been making unlicensed cards, you know, that are licensed directly to players for years now since Panini's had this exclusive contract. So the fact that Bowman's coming back, the fact that Topps or Fanatics, has this NFLPA license already. They'll probably get the NFL license at 2025 or whatever. So I think we could probably look at that year, maybe 2026, as the first year that like Topps and Bowman, like Chrome, make a comeback to the official license game, you know?
Yeah, no, I think it's worth noting that, you know, a lot of not even a lot of, but some of the rookie cards, like even the Mike Evans Bowman rookie cards, Bowman Chrome, or Amari Cooper, like they didn't have team logos on them. You know what I mean? And those actually still sell really well to this day. So I'm really curious to see, because the price point on a box for the Bowman College is actually only like 180, I think, compared to what some of these other boxes go for.
That's a very good point, man. I do remember that there's a lot of these Bowman Chromes from 2014. It was right. There's like
two variations. There's the pro uniform one, and then there's the non-pro uniform one.
This one right here, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep.
Which was a nice card, but see, they still have the NFL Shield on there. They do have the NFL Shield on there. Because they're not going to get that NFL Shield on them now.
I mean, I don't know. Do you really think at the end of the day that that's going to make or break it for somebody? I mean, if it already doesn't.
If it's built well, like Leaf makes their Leaf metal cards. Like if you look up Leaf Jamar Chase, for example, I mean, like some of these cards still do really well. Like they came out with their the pro set, you know, like that's super nostalgic for us, you know, back in the early 90s. This pro set, these cards still do really well.
That was like one of the only sets available at the time.
Yeah. I remember like having a ton of Pro Set, dude. A ton of Pro Set as a kid.
I will say that the Leaf Metal, despite the fact I'm not huge on them as far as like an investment, I will say that they look outstanding. I mean, for PC items, I would 100% buy them, but I'm not big on them from an investment standpoint.
So I think they've really carved out a niche for themselves because they've got their little Leaf rookie card logo, which has kind of become iconic. Like I recognize that anytime I see that, I'm like, oh yeah, that's one of those nice Leaf cards. I mean, and you could see the card, like look at all the little cuts in it. You know, it's a nice chrome card. It's probably thick. Like I have a feeling that this is a pretty good card. I'm not seeing. Look how well the lines, the edges are done. You know, you could see all those little areas like where a Panini Mosaic or a Panini Prism or Select would typically have a bunch of dimples. Yeah, I don't see any dimples on this card. Like, it looks like it's really well made, like nice quality. You know? So I think they've carved out a little space for themselves, and I think that they're doing pretty well, especially in some of the more high-end like autograph stuff. I mean, look at some of these textured cards that they're making.
So like that like the one that you're looking at right now, I was actually bidding on a Brian Edwards like that, and it looked really nice. But it was starting to get a little pricey. So I was, you know, as a speculative buy, you know, for, you know, a card that's getting up there in price from a non NFL product, I was like, yeah, you know, I'm going to step out on this one, but at the right price, I would 100% get it.
Yeah, I still probably wouldn't get one, me personally, unless it was autographed. But I do like the fact that they've added their own rookie card logo, and they do look well made. And they do a lot of serial numbers and stuff. So I don't know. They've definitely carved out a role for themselves. They've carved out a space. Like they've got some diehard fans.
We haven't really ventured into this territory yet, but since we're talking about it, what about maybe like in the near future getting up on some Bowman football, the college one, and opening it on stream possibly? That'd be kind of cool for people to see the product and
Yeah, no, I'm down, man. You know, I got the 2022 Prism Collegiate Draft Picks. If you're saying Bowman Chrome University or something like that, right?
Yeah, it's on the Topps website.
Let's go check it out. It's just Topps. You can pre-order it on Topps.
I guess it became available this week.
Check this out. Topps.com official. It's like Topps baseball card. Uh-oh. What is this? What is this?
Is Topps their is that the actual website?
I don't know. I just got almost bamboozled into something. Here we go. Let's try this. There we go. I just almost went to something. Accept their cookies. I'll just exit out. Accept cookies right now. Let's see what we got. What do we got? Star Wars, NHL, Garbage Pail, MLB. Should I just type in? Let's type in Bowman University.
Yeah, I'm looking right now to see if I can find it as well.
Here we go. Oh man, sold out, bro.
No way, really?
Damn. Got to be quicker than that, huh? Let's check out the gallery. No gallery? It says there's a gallery, but then there's no pictures.
So,
dang.
I mean, honestly, as of yesterday, I mean, obviously they sell out pretty quick probably, but yeah, as of yesterday, I saw they were still available. So I wonder what...
Well, here, we can get it on Steel City Collectibles. Let's see how much it is. It's gone up to $300 now, bro. Wow, what is going on with the set? Okay, here's the sell sheet for it. Here you go, guys.
Ooh, that card looks really nice.
Yeah, it does look pretty. Looks pretty nice. Prime Chrome signatures numbered to 50. Orange refractor parallel number 25. Super fractors. Oh, they got super fractors. Hobby only. The Big Kahuna autographs. Is that a Big Kahuna? It's a Prime Chrome signature. Interesting. So it doesn't say like Panini gives you the hit rate of stuff in the hobby box, but I'm not seeing that yet anyways. That's an interesting look what they did, man. They bringing back the 2000 Bowman design. This is why it's so popular. Oh, baby, look at that.
Oh, I like that. That's the Urlacher rookie.
I mean, people got brand loyalty. You know, people have brand loyalty to Bowman. Look at that design. That's the Tom Brady design right there, man. It's iconic.
There's a hobby box on eBay, $270 free shipping. Buy it now.
That's what a base card looks like. First Bowman. Oh, okay. So they've gone with the first Bowman.
Oh, you know what? That's interesting because
that's the baseball. That's the baseball cards, right? That you want.
That's interesting. You know what? And for people that don't know, with baseball cards, it's not always the pro uniform card that is considered their true rookie. It's their first Bowman is considered their true rookie. That is interesting. I wonder what that's going to do to the football hobby.
It's probably why it's sold out, and now it's selling for $300 on here. That's selling for more than what the Prism Collegiate hobby box is selling for. That's wild.
Very interesting. I'm pretty intrigued, honestly.
Okay, here you go. To pull a Bowman 2000 design, 1 out of 6 packs. Bringing back all-time classic Bowmans, highlighting top current players throughout college football. 1 out of every 6 packs, you get one of those, and they're going to be numbered. Oh, that's cool. Golden Boy, 1 out of 8 packs. Quarterbacks often act as an example for their team, shooting standard, golden excellent every play. Design aims to capture the essence of the radio. Okay, so you pull 1 out of 8 packs. Bowman Invicta, 1 out of 12 packs, hobby only, and the Big Kahuna, 1 out of 288 packs. So interesting, really interesting. Oh, yeah, there's the Big Kahuna.
So that's like the case hit, essentially. That's like the downtown.
There's the Malik. Well, that's a good-looking card, man. Really good-looking cards. I'm excited about this. I kind of want to get one now.
Yeah. $260 on eBay. I don't think that price will last very long, honestly.
$260 on eBay. What's the 2022 Prism Collegiate now going for? Is it going for less than this?
Let me see.
Let's see. No. Yeah, it is. I mean, it is like this one's still going for $250. This one's still going for $250 and hasn't sold out yet.
Wow. Well, it's pre-order, right? It's not out yet.
Whereas it's not out yet. Oh man, they postponed it to 5/11. They keep missing dates, you know, and they put up Optic like literally last Wednesday, like the night before that live stream that I did with Comeback Card Investor, and that you and I did, and they put it up like Wednesday because I check it almost every other day, and I know I checked it last Tuesday, and then they had Optic up when we did the live stream. And I was like, what the hell, man? Just put it up, and the release date's already right around the corner.
You know, if it's anything like last year, it'll be so heavily printed, you'll be able to buy it on Target's website like any given week.
You think it's going to be that heavily printed?
I mean, I was able to get it on Target's website quite a bit last year without any problems. Yeah,
because there's a pretty good hit rate in that Optic from last year. Like it's done pretty well. 4 cards, 20 packs per hobby box. That's a lot of packs, man. That's more. But you get 1 autograph, 20 rated rookies, 10 parallels, 8 numbered.
I'll be honest with you. I'm definitely excited about the Optic, but going back to the college conversation, I think that I would rather buy the Bowman than the Prism, honestly, because it's not only is it a first-year product, right? It's a first Fanatics football product.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to start up a new announcement, and we're gonna have to round up the troops, and I'm gonna have to throw down for a Bowman first. Send me that link, Steve.
Yeah.
We're out of time on here, guys. We got to go. But I hope you guys had fun hanging out with us tonight. Shout out to Tom, Derek, Brian, Matt, all you guys in the chat hanging out with us tonight. That was fun. Had a good time, guys. We'll be back again Thursday night. Potentially another guest, plus the mailbag, plus some live package opening. I got some packages here. Steve has got some packages. We're going to open some packages live, talk about some more football. We got more content coming out. We got a video coming out tomorrow. We got a video with Carter coming out on Wednesday. I'll be doing the Questcast with him. We got a lot more content coming out this week. So we'll see you guys in that next one, y'all.
Good talk, brother.
Peace.